been asked to give an employer's view of investing in youth, but in order to give it an accurate analysis of how I incorporate this into my business, it makes sense to share some insight into my career, my experiences, and how they've come to shape who I am and how I run my business today. I was born in Manchester over 53 years ago, and I've been involved within the KBBI industry for most of my life. My father, Neville Johnson, was an early pioneer in the industry. He introduced the concept of fitted kitchens to the UK. It was around 1970. A company called Kitchen Queen, which at its peak floated on the stock exchange. I remember vividly as a 10-year-old boy being present at an event where Prince Philip attended the opening of a complex. Fast forward a decade, and fitted offices followed on from fitted kitchens. Once again, a pioneering and completely novel, innovative concept. By the mid-90s, I had achieved the position of managing director, and we employed over 300 people. 8 years later, just before the millennium, we sold the business as a successful enterprise. The company still trades today under the name Neville Johnson, and some of you may be familiar with it, as they now own Tom Howley. Because of these experiences, the industry has always been ingrained in my DNA. And so naturally, stemming from this, is a burning passion and tenacity to emulate my father's successes and ensure the industry continues to thrive and prosper. So firstly, I want to say a huge thank you to Damien and Michelle and all the team at BiKBBI. Nearly. I should say BiKBBI actually, shouldn't I? For providing me with an opportunity to address you today. I'm humbled and honoured to be able to support such a prestigious event, and I find it motivating and exciting. As a young man, I was fortunate enough to have a very privileged upbringing. My father afforded me the best education money could buy. I was educated at boarding school in Yorkshire. I must be honest though, I'm not an academic, and I really struggled with the school curricula. But that didn't matter to me. My career path was defined. Pass or fail my exams, I would have always had the opportunity to work in my father's business. Now, do not get me wrong. My father was a tough taskmaster and a hard man to emulate. The reason I say I'm privileged is because of the opportunity I had to work within the business and the wider KBB industry. I was granted an apprenticeship opportunity. It was gifted to me. It was mine for the taking. I spent 2 years on the factory floor, carrying out menial tasks, all whilst observing and inspiring to one day eventually run that business. What an opportunity. How lucky was I? I worked 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, engaged in that business, learning everything from manufacturing to stock control, accounting, marketing, retail sales, commercial sales. I often explain to people, this was my schooling. Those 25 years have enabled me to get where I am today. I remind myself of this every single day. So you may ask, how do I end up at KUKA? Well, having sold our company, I always wondered and questioned my own skill sets. Was I capable? Could I build my own business from the floor? Could I implement the many things I'd learned from 25 years in a family business? I had always wondered if I had the capabilities to emulate my father's successes. Did I have what it takes to forge a path for myself in my own unique way? I made several applications, and what entailed was rejection after rejection. Some companies didn't even offer me the courtesy of a reply. And among those who did reply, the general feedback being, having a CV Just working in your father's business, that's not proof of any capabilities. I had conducted many an interview, but had never attended one. It was an alarmingly difficult process, which I had not anticipated, and one that I will never, ever forget. However, the experience still lives with me today. My mindset was permanently altered, and I made a promise to myself that if I made a success of the business, I would always consider any application, and I would always ask to provide individuals, however privileged or not, with an opportunity where they could learn a trade, just like the opportunity I had. But enough about me, as what I'm truly excited about today is the opportunity to share with you my thoughts on building a young and dynamic workforce. Because let's be honest, having a team full of young, energetic, and innovative individuals is what will take our industry to new heights, unlocking its full potential. A youthful and energetic workforce is like a well-oiled machine, bringing new ideas, fresh perspectives, and at a level of energy that is contagious. These individuals are not afraid to challenge the status quo, drive innovation, and create a culture of continuous improvement. And when we invest in them, when we give them the opportunities to grow and develop, they repay us with a level of creativity, dedication, and loyalty that is simply unmatched. It's like having your own personal genie in a bottle. But instead of granting 3 wishes, they grant us unlimited potential. So how do we build this magical workforce? It starts with a commitment to excellence, a focus on developing the next generation of leaders, and an investment in the training and development of our employees. By offering mentorship programs, leadership development initiatives, and providing opportunities for employees to take on new challenges and responsibilities, we can unleash the full potential of our workforce. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a mighty oak tree. But we don't stop there. We also invest in their education, providing financial support and flexible working arrangements that help them pursue their dreams and reach their full potential. It's like giving a young bird the tools to spread its wing and fly to new heights. And we create a supportive and inclusive workplace culture where diversity is celebrated, work-life balance is promoted, and a sense of community is fostered. Are these just words, or does that strategy actually work? These are my first 2 18-year-old hires. Daniel on the right, Philip on the left. Daniel on the right remains with me today and has risen through the ranks, and now he's head of sales, actually my boss. He manages over 100 people. Philip always had aspirations for a career in dentistry, and having recently graduated, is now innovating in his chosen field. I regularly catch up with Phil, and he continually reminds me of how his experiences at KUKA have been invaluable in his dentistry career. KUKA is now full of ambitious young talent. Every year, we are inundated with applications to join our force. Whatever your race, religion, or creed, all we ask is that you bring a passion, drive, and a solid work ethic, as demonstrated by last year's recruits, who now make up 75% of my direct-to-consumer sales team. So I want you to meet them. On the right is Josh, 6th of April 2005, hated school, fortunate background. Next to him is Jack, 20th of April 2005, A-grade grammar school student, didn't want to go to university. Next to him, Ben Loynes, 4th of May 2001, supervisor at Kentucky. Next to him, Katie Tropp, 14th of the 6th, 01, university graduate, wanting to work in the home improvement market. Next to her, Pearl Whitehead, 28th of July 2005, school leaver, no grades. Next to her, Dylan Benjamin, 23rd of May 2002, really fortunate background, hated school, works in our service department. And last but not least, Bernie Mongan, 19th of the 9th 2005, left school, no grades, now a junior installer for us. So to sum it up, I believe that fostering a youthful and energetic workforce is key to driving innovation, enhancing performance, and augmenting profitability. It is key to creating a more positive and inclusive workplace culture, attracting and retaining top talent, and establishing a stronger brand reputation. So let us seize this opportunity. Let us invest in our workforce, and let us unleash the full potential of our industry. Because if we fail to do this, what happens to our industry? Are we prepared to face the consequences of our actions and miss the numerous benefits that come with a youthful and dynamic workforce? The choice is ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.